Emotional affairs, they start innocently, but they're silently tearing marriages apart. Imagine sharing your deepest thoughts, dreams, and secrets with someone who's not your spouse. It's not physical, but the betrayal cuts just as deep. Are you or your partner crossing the line? Stay tuned, because what you don't know could destroy your relationship. Don't miss this eye-opening discussion. Emotional affairs, the silent threat to your marriage. The hidden danger emotional affairs are often called the invisible betrayal because they don't involve physical intimacy, yet they can be just as damaging to a marriage. Unlike traditional affairs, emotional affairs are subtle, starting as innocent friendships or connections that slowly cross boundaries. Before you know it, they can erode trust, create distance, and even destroy relationships. In this series, we'll explore what emotional affairs are, why they happen, and how to protect your marriage from this silent threat. What is an emotional affair? An emotional affair is when one partner forms a deep emotional connection with someone outside their marriage. This connection often replaces the emotional intimacy that should exist between spouses. How it starts. It might begin as a harmless friendship, a coworker, an old friend, or even someone online. Over time, the relationship becomes more personal, with shared secrets, frequent communication, and emotional dependency. Many people don't even realize they're in an emotional affair until it's too late. They justify it by saying, "We're just friends." But the bond often goes far beyond friendship. Why it's dangerous? Emotional affairs can lead to secrecy, lies, and a breakdown of trust. They create a wedge between spouses, leaving the betrayed partner feeling hurt, confused, and alone. Reflect on your relationships outside your marriage. Are you sharing more with someone else than you are with your spouse? If so, it's time to reassess. Why do emotional affairs happen? Emotional affairs don't happen overnight. They often stem from unmet needs, dissatisfaction, or a lack of connection in the marriage. The need for emotional connection. Many people crave emotional intimacy, someone who listens, understands, and validates their feelings. If this need isn't met in their marriage, they may seek it elsewhere. The role of technology. Social media, texting, and online platforms make it easier than ever to form close connections with others. A simple DM or comment can quickly escalate into something more. Emotional affairs often start when one partner feels neglected, unappreciated, or disconnected from their spouse. Instead of addressing these issues, they seek comfort in someone else. If you're feeling disconnected from your spouse, communicate openly about your needs. Don't let someone else fill the void. The signs of an emotional affair. Emotional affairs can be hard to spot, but there are warning signs to watch out for. Increased secrecy. Are you hiding messages, calls, or meetings from your spouse? Secrecy is a red flag. Emotional distance. If you're sharing more with someone else than with your spouse, it's a sign that your emotional connection is shifting. Defensiveness. Do you get defensive when your spouse asks about your relationship with someone else? This could indicate guilt or awareness that boundaries are being crossed. Many people in emotional affairs convince themselves that it's harmless, but the impact on their marriage can be devastating. Be honest with yourself. If you're exhibiting any of these signs, it's time to take a step back and evaluate your actions. The impact on your marriage, emotional affairs, may not involve physical betrayal, but they can still cause deep pain and damage to a marriage. Erosion of trust. When one partner discovers an emotional affair, it can shatter trust. The betrayed partner may question everything from past actions to future intentions. Emotional distance. Emotional affairs create a divide between spouses. The partner involved in the affair may withdraw emotionally, leaving their spouse feeling neglected and alone. Even if the affair ends, the scars can remain. Rebuilding trust and intimacy takes time, effort, and commitment from both partners. If you've crossed emotional boundaries, take responsibility, apologize to your spouse, and take steps to rebuild trust. How to protect your marriage. The best way to prevent emotional affairs is to nurture your marriage and address issues before they escalate. Prioritize communication. Talk openly with your spouse about your feelings, needs, and concerns. Don't let unresolved issues drive a wedge between you. Set boundaries. Be clear about what's acceptable in your relationships outside your marriage. Avoid sharing intimate details or spending excessive time with someone of the opposite sex. Invest in your marriage. Make time for each other. Plan date nights, share hobbies, and keep the emotional connection strong. The unspoken truth. A strong, healthy marriage is the best defense against emotional affairs. When both partners feel valued and connected, there's no need to seek fulfillment elsewhere. The ripple effect of betrayal, emotional affairs may not leave physical scars, but their impact on a marriage can be profound and long-lasting. The betrayal of trust, the erosion of intimacy, and the emotional distance they create can leave both partners feeling lost and disconnected. In this part, we'll explore the emotional fallout of emotional affairs, how they affect both partners, and what steps can be taken to begin healing the betrayed partner's pain. For the partner who discovers the emotional affair, the pain can be overwhelming. It's not just about the betrayal, it's about the loss of trust, security, and emotional safety, feelings of rejection. The betrayed partner often feels replaced, as if they're no longer enough. They may question their worth and wonder why their spouse turned to someone else. Loss of trust. Trust is the foundation of any marriage, and emotional affairs shatter it. The betrayed partner may struggle to believe anything their spouse says, even if the affair has ended. Emotional turmoil, anger, sadness, confusion, and even guilt are common emotions. The betrayed partner may replay past events, wondering how they missed the signs. If you're the betrayed partner, allow yourself to feel your emotions without judgment. Seek support from a trusted friend or therapist to process your pain. The guilt and confusion of the unfaithful partner. The partner involved in the emotional affair often experiences a mix of guilt, confusion, and denial. Guilt and shame. Many unfaithful partners feel guilty for betraying their spouse's trust, even if the affair wasn't physical. They may struggle with shame and self-blame, confusion about feelings. Some unfaithful partners convince themselves that the affair was harmless or that they were just seeking friendship. This confusion can make it harder to take responsibility. The unfaithful partner may fear losing their marriage, their family, or their reputation. This fear can lead to defensiveness or attempts to minimize the affair. If you're the unfaithful partner, take full responsibility for your actions. Avoid making excuses or blaming your spouse for the affair. The erosion of emotional intimacy. Emotional affairs create a divide between spouses, leaving both partners feeling disconnected and alone. The shift in priorities. The unfaithful partner may start prioritizing the other person over their spouse, sharing thoughts, feelings, and time that should belong to the marriage. The emotional void. The betrayed partner often feels neglected and unimportant, as if their spouse has emotionally checked out of the relationship. Emotional intimacy is the glue that holds a marriage together. Without it, the relationship can feel hollow and lifeless. Rebuild emotional intimacy by spending quality time together, sharing your thoughts and feelings, and showing genuine interest in each other's lives. The impact on self-esteem. Both partners can experience a blow to their self-esteem after an emotional affair. The betrayed partner's struggle. The betrayed partner may feel inadequate, wondering why they weren't enough to keep their spouse's attention. They may compare themselves to the other person, leading to feelings of insecurity. The unfaithful partner's guilt. The unfaithful partner may struggle with guilt and self-doubt, questioning their character and their ability to be a good spouse. The unspoken truth. Emotional affairs don't just damage the marriage, they damage the self-worth of both partners. Actionable tip. Focus on rebuilding your self-esteem through self-care, positive affirmations, and surrounding yourself with supportive people. The road to healing. Healing from an emotional affair is possible, but it requires effort, honesty, and commitment from both partners. Open communication. Both partners need to talk openly about what happened, how it affected them, and what they need to move forward. Rebuilding. Trust is earned, not given. The unfaithful partner must be transparent, consistent, and patient as they work to regain their spouse's trust. Seeking professional help. A therapist can provide guidance and support as you navigate the complex emotions and challenges of healing. the unspoken truth. Healing takes time and there will be setbacks along the way. But with patience and effort, it's possible to rebuild a stronger, healthier marriage. Consider couples therapy to help you navigate the healing process and rebuild your relationship. Conclusion: facing the fallout together. The emotional fallout of an emotional affair can be devastating, but it doesn't have to be the end of your marriage. By acknowledging the pain, taking responsibility, and committing to healing, both partners can begin to rebuild trust and intimacy. Rebuilding your marriage. Practical steps to move forward. After an emotional affair introduction, the path to restoration. Recovering from an emotional affair is not easy, but it is possible. It requires honesty, effort, and a willingness to rebuild trust and intimacy. In this part, we'll explore practical steps both partners can take to heal their marriage and create a stronger, more resilient relationship. Whether you're the betrayed partner or the one who crossed boundaries, these actionable tips will help you move forward together, acknowledge the pain, and take responsibility. The first step in rebuilding a marriage is acknowledging the hurt caused by the emotional affair. For the unfaithful partner, admit your actions without excuses or blame. Validate your spouse's feelings and show genuine remorse. Be patient as your partner processes their emotions. For the betrayed partner, express your pain openly and honestly. Avoid bottling up your emotions, as this can lead to resentment. Allow yourself to grieve the loss of trust and security. Actionable tip: have a candid conversation where both partners share their feelings without interruption or defensiveness. Rebuild trust through transparency. Trust is the foundation of any marriage, and rebuilding it requires consistent effort. For the unfaithful partner, be transparent about your actions and whereabouts. Share passwords, phone access, and social media accounts if it helps your spouse feel secure. Avoid behaviors that could trigger suspicion, such as secretive texting or late-night calls. For the betrayed partner, communicate your needs for reassurance and transparency. Avoid excessive monitoring, as it can hinder the healing process. Give your partner opportunities to prove their trustworthiness. Create a trust-building plan together, outlining specific actions to rebuild trust over time. Reconnect. Emotional intimacy is often the first casualty of an emotional affair. Rebuilding it requires intentional effort. Spend quality time together. Plan regular date nights or activities you both enjoy. Focus on being present and engaged during your time together. Practice active listening. Listen to your partner without interrupting or planning your response. Show empathy and understanding, even if you don't agree. Share your thoughts and feelings. Be open about your fears, hopes, and dreams. Create a safe space where both partners feel heard and valued. Set aside 15 minutes each day to talk about your day, your feelings, and your relationship. Set clear boundaries. To prevent future emotional affairs, it's essential to establish clear boundaries in your marriage. Define what's acceptable. Discuss what constitutes appropriate behavior with friends, co-workers, and acquaintances. Agree on boundaries, such as avoiding one-on-one meetings with someone of the opposite sex. Respect each other's limits. If your spouse feels uncomfortable with a particular relationship, take their concerns seriously. Avoid situations that could lead to emotional dependency on someone else. The unspoken truth. Boundaries aren't about control, they're about protecting your marriage. Actionable tip: write down your agreed-upon boundaries and revisit them regularly to ensure you're both on the same page. Seek professional help sometimes. The guidance of a trained therapist is essential to navigate the complexities of healing. Couples therapy. A therapist can help you communicate effectively, rebuild trust, and address underlying issues. They provide a neutral space to explore your emotions and work through challenges. Individual therapy. Both partners may benefit from individual therapy to process their feelings and work on personal growth. Therapy can help you understand why the affair happened and how to prevent it in the future. Actionable tip: research therapists in your area or consider online counseling options to find the right fit for your needs. Focus on forgiveness and moving. Forward forgiveness is a crucial part of healing, but it doesn't happen overnight. For the betrayed partner, Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing the affair. It means letting go of resentment to find peace. Take your time and don't rush the process. For the unfaithful partner, be patient and understanding as your spouse works through their feelings. Show through your actions that you're committed to change. Forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. It requires ongoing effort from both partners. Actionable tip: practice small acts of kindness and appreciation to rebuild positivity in your relationship. Conclusion: a new beginning, rebuilding a marriage after an emotional affair is challenging, but it's also an opportunity to create a stronger, more connected relationship. By taking responsibility, rebuilding trust, and prioritizing emotional intimacy, you can move forward together with hope and resilience. The proactive path to a resilient marriage. A thriving marriage doesn't just survive crises, it actively avoids them. In this final installment, we explore how to fortify your relationship against emotional affairs by fostering connection, setting clear boundaries, and nurturing growth. Discover actionable strategies to keep your marriage vibrant, secure, and deeply fulfilling. Understanding vulnerabilities. Why marriages become susceptible. Every marriage faces vulnerabilities. Recognizing them is the first step to protection. Common triggers: work, stress. Long hours or close co-worker relationships can create emotional gaps. Parental burnout. Exhaustion from parenting may reduce couple-focused time. Digital overload. Social media and messaging apps offer easy avenues for emotional escape. Actionable strategies. Identify weak spots. Reflect on when you feel most disconnected, e.g., after arguments, during busy seasons. Create connection rituals, morning coffee chats, or weekly unplugged evenings to prioritize each other. Strengthening communication. Beyond "how was your day?" move past surface-level talks to build unshakable emotional bonds. Advanced techniques. Scheduled check-ins. Dedicate 20 minutes weekly to discuss feelings, goals, and fears. Empathy exercises. Practice phrases like, "I hear you're feeling X. How can I support you?" Tech-assisted connection. Use apps like Couple or Lasting for guided relationship exercises. Actionable tip: try the 3 gratitudes game at dinner. Each shares 3 things they appreciate about the other, fostering emotional and physical intimacy. Keep the spark alive with intentional efforts to connect. Innovative ideas. Adventure dates. Take a cooking class, hike a new trail, or volunteer together to create shared memories. Digital detox nights. Ban screens. 1 evening a week to focus on conversation or intimacy. Love language alignment. Revisit how each partner prefers to give, receive love, words, acts, touch. Actionable tip: surprise your partner with a memory jar. Notes recalling favorite moments together. Building a shared vision. Aligning your futures. Couples who grow together, stay together. Collaborative goal setting. Financial dreams. Plan for a home, travel, or retirement. Personal growth. Support each other's hobbies or career aspirations. Legacy building. Discuss values to instill in children or community contributions. Actionable strategy. Create a vision board together. Include photos, quotes, and symbols of your joint goals. Maintaining healthy boundaries in a digital age. Clear boundaries protect against invisible threats. Modern boundary examples. Social media rules. Avoid private messaging with strangers or liking flirting posts. Workplace transparency. Share concerns about close colleague relationships up front. Friend guidelines. Limit one-on-one time with friends of the opposite sex. Actionable tip: draft a boundaries charter together and revisit it quarterly. Continuous growth. Keeping the relationship dynamic. A stagnant relationship risks emotional drift. Growth-focused habits. Learn together. Enroll in a course, e.g., dance, photography, or attend marriage workshops. Volunteer as a team. Strengthen bonds by helping others, e.g., food banks, animal shelters. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledge anniversaries, promotions, or personal achievements. Actionable idea: start a couples journal where you both write reflections and goals monthly. Conclusion: your marriage, your masterpiece. Preventing emotional affairs isn't about fear. It's about building a relationship so fulfilling that seeking solace elsewhere feels unnecessary. By understanding vulnerabilities, communicating deeply, and nurturing shared. Dreams, you create a love that's both resilient and joyful. This week, sit down with your partner and craft a marriage protection plan. Include one boundary, one connection ritual, and one shared goal. Your future selves will thank you.